Okay, Mr. Hyde.
Well, good afternoon and welcome back from the summer recess. Had some time to look into a few things. My name is Martin Hyde. We live in Florida, which is not only the Sunshine State, but the Sunshine Law State too. Our state constitution requires that all government business be conducted in the sunshine, lest we end up with backroom deals in the style of, say, Chicago. A few months ago, I brought to your attention that the public access to city email had been quietly reduced to a tiny proportion of what was previously readily viewable, and you did nothing about it. Subsequently, proof was brought to me that our city manager had been using his personal email contrary to public records policy here in the city. A request was made on June the 26th for his personal email, records and personal cell phone records. This was subsequent to requests made in 2016 and 2013, both of which were not fulfilled because the city manager stipulated that no such records existed. On July the 24th, our city manager wrote in an email to our city attorney, and I quote, "I am not aware of any messages related to city-related business on any subject on my personal phone or computer. I will triple check, but I just don't do that." We subsequently found out that from this pile of hundreds and hundreds of emails going back years, that his statement was somewhat less than truthful. In his defense, he suggested that people had taken his personal email from his social media pages, which could explain some, but not perhaps the use by the mayor, the deputy city manager, the assistant city manager, the manager of the Van Wezel, the public information department, and others at City Hall. The mayor suggested on Wednesday that this was a campaign, presumably led by me, to undermine, and I quote here again, the great work of the city manager. But in the same newspaper on Thursday, the city attorney acknowledged that the denial of records that are now proven to have existed and their non-production in 2016 was a violation of records laws and likely to result in a judgment against the city. To summarise, we know the city manager lied then. The only question is left, is he still lying now? My solution is to resolve two issues at once. The city manager clearly resents my input into the city, and I resent his just as much. My proposition is to remove one of us from the equation. If the city manager will agree voluntarily to hand over his PC and his cell phone to be forensically examined at my expense by an independent firm of experts, and it's proven that he's handed over every single email and message already, I will not return to City Hall while he is city manager. And I will promise not to run for City Commission while he's here too. If, however, the opposite proves to be correct, and there is still more that he hasn't disclosed, he agrees to resign immediately. I'm very comfortable with the deal based on what I know to be the truth. If the city manager is as comfortable with his assertions of full disclosure, he should have no problem handing over all of it, both to clear his name and to remove my irritating presence from City Hall permanently at the same time. If he won't take this chance of a lifetime to exonerate himself and to silence me, I think the answer is obvious. If he won't, we'll just have to wait for the court order of seizure before performing the last rites on his tenure, at which time he'll take any supporters he has down with him. Deal or no deal? You have until 5 p.m. tomorrow to decide per this letter. Thank you.
Susan Chapman.
My name